Hey everyone, my name is Alice Wool and I blog at scrapbookwonderland.com and I also run the ScrapHappy membership group. And I'm really excited because these Scrapbook Live sessions are just a chance for us to hang out together and do some scrapbooking. While we're here, I'll be using my kit from the Wild Hair Kits. And Brielle says she can't seem to get her video. Oh, let's see. I can see that you're here, but I can't actually make the video happen. I think down in the bottom options, there's like, well, right now I have a stop video option, Brielle, but that's kind of where that can happen. Yeah. Oh, my scrapbook room is getting warm. I haven't turned the AC on up here yet. I might actually need it. It's April, it's exciting. Our giant mountain of snow in our yard has become a little bit smaller. It's still there, but a lot of the snow is melting because it's warming up, so that's really nice. I am up in Whitecourt, Alberta, Canada, and I do these Scrapbook Live sessions once a month, just as a chance to connect and hang out and encourage people to actually do some scrapbooking. Hopefully along the way, as I'm creating my pages, you'll say, hey, that's a really cool idea, or you'll have really good ideas for me, and I am all ears because, at some point along the way, every person seems to run into a point where it's a little bit, you kind of get a little stuck. And so I'm all ears when we get stuck. Christine says, hi, it's nice to be able to have the windows open and have sunshine. I know, such a difference. And Karina says, hi, everyone. So yeah, I'm really excited that you're here. Feel free to chat in the chatting. You can pull that up on the side. If you are on like a phone or something, then I think you have to kind of toggle back and forth between the chat and the actual video. I will keep the video like this. You don't have kind of like an up close of what I'm working on because the idea is more for chatting and connecting, but I'll be showing off the stuff that I'm doing. So let's get started. Really excited. So every month I order my kit. I order it and pay for it myself, just so that you can, like, full disclosure. And then the kit that is provided from the Wild Hair Kits is a sponsored kit, so that's where we're at. These are custom curated, so you fill out a style profile, and then she picks the things for you, and kind of to pick. And it's this great mix between a surprise and being able to fit within your style. So here's my message from Allison. She says, hi, Alice. We hope you love this month's kit, chocked full of rich Heidi color. It's got Heidi soft stuff in it. Hey, Sonia, I can see you. We focused on pink, yellow, and teal as you requested, because those are some of my favorite colors, and used that as the foundation for all of the items we selected. We combined fresh geometrics, some of my favorites, with romantic florals and embellishments to complement your style. We made sure to include a few cut aparts and a gorgeous glittery alpha set, because we all know that I love glitter. And that won't add too much thickness to your pages. Got a peek, peek, peek. We also sent a new acrylic or wood veneer set that is perfect for your color scheme, and our newest exclusive sequins from Spiegel Mom Scraps. Enjoy, Allison. Okay, so that's some of the things that I had alluded to in my style profile, and that's always a fun thing to fill out, because every month you can get a different kit. You don't have to order every month. You can order 2 a month. Like, it's completely up to you what you do. Each kit you order independently. So there's no commitment, so it's kind of a fun thing to just try. Dion says, good afternoon. We still have snow here too, but it's also melting. We're supposed to get a couple of centimeters tonight, but that should also melt. Oh, so what today in Whitecourt, actually overnight, there's like an area that's actually flooding. We're right on 2 rivers. 2 rivers kind of meet here, and there's an area that's actually flooding, which is horrible. So they're actually evacuating people with a helicopter. Like, that's how bad it is. Thankfully, it's not a huge section of our town, but you know, scary times with the snow melt, and we had plenty of snow. Okay, so let's have a look at what is in my kit. I'll show you that, and then I'll get scrapping. Yeah, no, I think like they're on it, like they've been monitoring it and kind of suspecting it's going to happen. They had all the ice on the rivers started breaking up, and then it would kind of dam up, and yeah, it was crazy. Okay, so let's see what's in the kit. First off, there's a really cute little thin piece of washi, and it has cute little teal polka dots on it. And I like that already, so that's off to a good start. These are the letters that she was talking about. They are Heidi Swap. She's like one of my all-time favorite designers. I don't know if she makes things that I don't drool over. They're glitter letter stickers, and they are like white, but like with kind of sparkly glitter on them. So that's nice. Let's see. Daniela says, hey, hi there, everybody. We already had a few days here in Germany where we had around 25 degrees Celsius. Those are nice days. This is the kit from Colorcast Design with the colors that were mentioned, and there's wood veneer. So there's words that says meant to be. There's like the XOXO. There's a teal part that says, what does the teal part say? I don't know, I can't see. There's a little wood veneer that says unforgettable. And there is a white word that says love. And that's super pretty script. Let's see. Oh, the word says into you. Okay, so those are really cute. Hello. Yeah, Sonia says it's still autumnal here. It's like in the southwest of England. Yeah, I imagine that, you know, spring comes slowly here. Like, you know, you get to the melting and stuff, but the green takes a while to arrive. So it's not pretty outside by any means. Nadine, hey Nadine. This is from Simple Stories. It is from the Bliss collection, and it's like clear sticker sheets. So there are clear stickers in here from the Bliss collection, which is really pretty. So let's have a look, because there's different kinds. Okay. This one is a clear sheet with all these little sayings and phrases on it. And there's words like smile often, think positively, give thanks, laugh loudly, love others, dream big. Then there's blissful, hello sunshine, today nothing but blue skies, let your light shine, share your beauty, do what makes your heart, it's like a symbol of a heart, happy, choose to be happy, living for moments like this, amazing. So these will be really fun, I think, when I do that pocket pages. I could totally see sticking them. That's what Daniela says. She says, I love these. You can stick them directly on the photo. And Nadine says, I love that butterfly. Yeah, in here. So this is the one sheet. So they're clear, but some of them have color on them as well. So those are kind of pretty. Hard to see. Maybe you can kind of see some of the color a little bit better like that. And 3 sheets. Oh my gosh, these are super cute. So here's the they're clear ones again. But there's a cute bird, there's a butterfly, there's a bicycle, heart. I love the little rubber boot. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Your Wellingtons, you know, get your wellies out. It says, oh, happy day, let your light shine, enjoy the little things. So there's some super fun little phrases in there from this Bliss sticker pack. Pop those back in there for now. From the Wild Hair Kits, there is a little packet with some kind of fiber in here. Yeah, it's like oh shoot, like what's that fuzzy fiber called? Just like a little bit fuzzy, like a twill. Is that right? I don't know. Yeah, but it's like the perfect color, guys. You just wait until I hold this up here. You're gonna see the perfect color. Okay, so I'll skip that and I'll hold this up. Oh, it's the perfect color to match with some of this paper. So it was like, well done, Allison, well done. Oh yeah, so before I get into the paper, I'll show all of that off. These are the sequins from the Spiegel Mom Scraps, made exclusively for the Wild Hair kits. And I have to say, like, these are so fun. Okay, there's little silver, like, metallic ones. There's white ones. There's a few that are, like, they almost have, like, a minty teal look, but they're not. They're actually, like, iridescent. And then there's some that have, they're black with white polka dots on them. So, like, how cute are those? So that's gonna be fun. Like, it's kind of like an embroidery floss, but it's like a little thicker, like a twill or twine. It's almost like a twine, the thread, like just a little bit thicker than an embroidery floss, like the texture wise. So that's fun. And of course, like, she includes a little card in here, and it says, "It's totally rad that you ordered from us. We sincerely appreciate your order and hope you enjoy your happy mail." And then, you know, if you tag them, hashtag the Wild Hair Kits, then you can share that on Instagram. It says, "Happy April crafting, Alice," from Allison. So, a little personal message, which is super sweet. Okay, so those are like the embellishmenty parts, the letters and everything. And then we're into the papers. And I have to tell you, this paper, this one that's on the top here, this is from Heidi Swap's Hawthorne collection. And it is some of my favorite paper, like, in the whole world. Dion, I got the deluxe kit. So I always get the deluxe kit. There's like a small kit. I can't remember what the small one's called. And then there's the deluxe kit, which is the big one. So this is from the Hawthorne collection. I just love the colors and some of the cool details. So, like, if you look at this, this looks like a topographical map. And it's black, but there's also some navy in this collection too. So there's black, there's navy, there's this really rich fuchsia, some purples. So, you know, like, purple was the color of the year this year. Heidi Swap, oh my God, she's genius. Braille says she's still trying to get her video to work. Oh, so she'll wait until I show off the kit. So here's the back side of this paper, which is like, it's all gray, but it looks like marble in the circles. It looks like like marble countertop or something. So it's super pretty. And I've actually used a piece of the Heidi Swap paper. I did something with the marble background. I wonder where I've stuck that layout. Kind of get off into all different areas. This paper, purple is the color of the year for this year, the Pantone color of the year. Look at this paper. Purple into the pinks into the oranges in the bottom, like the prettiest ombre ever, with a gorgeous wood tone on the back with just a little bit of like extra little embellishment on there with a lovely little strip that you cut off that has that same colors, right? Like the gradient. Oh, so nice. Yeah. What was the purple color called? I can't remember what the purple was called, but it was, yeah, the Pantone color this year. Also from this Hawthorne collection is this one, and it's like more pink, right? You can see that it's more pink, but it has like kind of like that painty kind of effect to it. And then there's some spots on the back, and the spots actually look like they're a little bit textured, right? So not actual texture, but like you know, they have dark spots and light spots. So if you look really up close, I don't know if this will show you, but if you look really up close, they're kind of, they have that subtle texture to them. Fancy Scrapper says purple is her favorite color, and it's been since she was itty bitty. So spoiler alert, my son just got his grad suit because my youngest son is graduating this year, and his favorite color is orange. Literally bright orange, whole suit, tie, it's like, oh my God, it's amazing. So yeah, I'll be sharing those when he does his grad. I'm gonna try not to share pictures until then, but so good. Oh, this is from the Heidi Swap's Pineapple Crush. So she had actually released a couple of paper lines. The other one is Pineapple Crush, and it's very tropical, and it looks perfect for summer or holidays and stuff. So this is from that collection. It has like cute little dashes or whatever on it. Like, I don't even know, like They almost look like little watercolor marks or something. And then the nicest little pink stripe that you've ever seen on the back. Yeah, it's beautiful. And then we've got, okay, I'm gonna go and pull one more here. Oh no, there's two. Okay. Okay, so this one here is also from Heidi Swapp, which is this gorgeous. Oh, that's funny. It looks like it's like shiny. It's not shiny. That's just the light. Yeah, so it's this gorgeous marble effect. I have used this paper on a layout. I used it on the background of a layout. So, but I love it. And you guys are going to die when you see the other side of it, or at least I did. So, oh, it's so beautiful, like the most beautiful floral ever. So that is beautiful. And look, it kind of matches my shirt a little bit, right? Like, totally counts. I thought I saw one more Heidi Swapp. Okay. So that's also from the Hawthorne. Then there is, like she said, pink, teals, and yellows. So here we go into the teal. This one is from the Pineapple Crush collection with these big, lovely teal polka dots. And then the backside has like handwriting, and of course it's beautiful because it's Heidi Swapp handwriting. It says good vibes, dreams, sunshine. Yeah, good vibes, dreams, and sunshine in the writing. So it'd be really nice, like for a layering paper. Internet's not cooperating for Christine. That's awful. Karina says that her son's favorite color is also orange. Yeah, so nice. My son's room, like I wouldn't let him paint his whole room orange when we moved into our house, but the bottom part of the wall, we did like a chair rail around, and underneath the chair rail, that part was orange. And then we found an orange carpet for him. And oh my gosh, he loved that. So this is from Jen Hadfield's Patio Party, and it's a lovely black and white stripe. And then there's a really cool diamond pattern on the back. So I really love that. Also from the Patio Party collection, there is this little pink floral. And on the back is kind of dictionary definitions. And the word romantic is on there. I just spotted that really quickly. So dictionary definition is kind of cool because it's set off at an angle. Then from Pink Fresh, there is this BU paper, and it's like a teal. Danielle says, we have an orange and purple room in our house. Wow, that must be like a feast for the eyes, like very energizing to go in there. So this nice floral, plain, simple floral on the back. And then from Pink Paisley, this is from Paige Evans' Pick Me Up collection. So a cut apart sheet. Oh my gosh, home sweet home. Okay, you guys are gonna die. I'm gonna totally use this later. I'm gonna find a way to use that, and I'll tell you why later when I show you my pictures that I'm gonna use on the pocket page. Oh my gosh, look at the back of this paper. It looks like little sequins, like little yellow sequins all over the back, which is super fun. Danielle says, we have the orange and purple room in our house. Her son likes the Phoenix Suns. I think that's what he wanted. Oh, the Phoenix Suns. Squirrel Squad. This paper with the pretty colors, and then there's some guitar and tape cassettes and headphones, like super fun kind of paper. And then this one from Crate Paper with yellow, and I like the design on that. And then there's a blue floral, and it's kind of like, what kind of blue? It's like almost a cross between cornflower blue and lilac, right? Like it kind of looks lilac-y there, but if I was looking at it, I'd almost classify it as blue. Like it's like a tough color to classify. But yeah, on the camera, it definitely looks purple. But if you're buying this, it's from Crate Paper. I would say it actually lends, it's from Maggie Holmes Flourish. It lends a little bit more towards blue, maybe a little on the purple side. It's really funny color that way. Okay, So that's what's in my kit. So that's what I'm going to play with mainly. Of course, I will pull out any other things along the way. Blue Pixie says, my son's room is navy with one wall that is orange, and I wouldn't let him have it entirely orange either. Okay, so I knew better than to do the entirely orange thing, because in our previous house, you know, when he was really little, he liked red. So before he fell in love with orange, he was into red, and we painted his whole room red. It was like so awful. First of all, it was the worst paint in the world. So even though Debbie Travis was known as the queen of paint, she received a lot of bad words from me because we had to put not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it took 8 coats of paint to paint that room, and that was after doing the tinted base coat primer. Seriously, I was choked. It was awful. So, you know, Debbie Travis was not my favorite person at the time. I'm like, you know, when you buy good paint, right? Debbie Travis, she does all this paint stuff. Yeah, that did not work. Okay, so let's show you what I got for photos here. I've printed off a bunch from different things throughout the month of April. So I'll put those into our, you know, into the pocket pages, because I try to do like a monthly spread in my book. So I've got those. And for the one of the 12 by 12, I printed off like a larger photo of me with my husband, and he was like literally sleeping. I was gonna like lay in beside him and like take a picture with us with our eyes closed, so we were sleeping. And I thought, ooh, it's like, you know, so cool to have like this little shot. And, you know, even if I was faking it, he was sleeping, you know. And at the last second, he opens his eyes and I saw it and I smiled. Like, so I ended up with that photo. It's not wonderful. It's taken with like the front of your camera, but this was like the day after our anniversary this year. So it's kind of like an anniversary photo, which we did go out for dinner the same night, and it was super fun. So I almost thought I wasn't going to get to see him for our anniversary, but then it worked out. So I thought, you know, he kind of looks super tired because he literally was just sleeping, but it turned out really good. Brielle, yay, she has success. Her camera is working now. Yay. There we go. So, yeah, so so that's what I'm going to start with. Okay, now I hinted already. I'll grab it again. So when I saw this Home Sweet Home, and like, I did not look through all these papers beforehand. Allison had hinted and said, I'll make sure there's some Heidi Swap stuff because I just got it. So she had told me that. But I hadn't seen this. Like, I literally didn't even look. And I have a picture here. Oh, there's another one that's not, it hadn't loaded. Oh, because I didn't see it on my thing. This is my son in a house, which doesn't seem like a big deal, but this was him looking at houses as we went around with a realtor because he's going to buy a place. And, you know, a couple of weeks later now, he's actually gone and put an offer on it. So I need to print that photo too, but that's going to go in with this. So, you know, hopefully that house will become his home sweet home. So very exciting times. Yeah. So I'm just kind of looking at all the papers that are super pretty, and that'll go into my pocket things. Like, realistically, like, maybe that needs a bigger layout, right? Like, maybe that needs a bigger layout. It's kind of a big deal. I think it could, but I don't want to forget it. So I'll put it into my other thing too. And it kind of will put things in perspective of where our life was at that moment. So yeah, buying a house. It's he found one that he likes, and this is actually him in it. We had toured it earlier in the day, like when we did several appointments all at once, and then we went back into that one at the end to kind of see it one more time, right? Because he had liked it, but you know, after you visited so many places, it was, you kind of wanted to have another look. Okay, so I'm going to start with this. I'm going to start with that, and we'll go to the pocket pages after, because I get bogged down in some of the details when I do the pocket pages, so that's what happens. Wynell's gotta run. Okay, well, I am so glad that you were here with us today. Okay, so I'm gonna trim my photo out. I print at home so that I can print whatever I want, whenever I want. Recently, I have to tell you, oh, where did those pictures go? Oh, I think I left them in my office. I recently did a Scrap Happy event. We had our happy hour event, and while I was up here, for whatever reason, I had put my water glass on this side of me, and I never do. Like, even at the table, in my office, everywhere I sit, my water is always on this side. And of course, what happened, I knocked over my glass, spilled it on some papers that I had here, but I also had pictures that I had printed with my Canon printer here. And those pictures were literally sitting in a puddle of water. And I'm like, well, those are gonna be ruined. And I could not believe it. They actually look really, really good, guys. I'm super shocked. The paper that I use is Epson, but I use it with the Canon, and it's an inkjet printer. And I was like, inkjet, that's gonna be ruined for sure. They look great. They look really, really good. There was some that I had kind of trimmed the edges, and you could see where the water was starting to seep into the paper from the edges, but like I could not believe how good they looked. So I guess inkjet technology has come a long way, because I was super impressed with that. I'm probably realistically going to reprint them because nothing is preventing me from reprinting them, but I just wanted to say, like, you know, I was really impressed by that. Okay, so this is the picture, and I really, because I love it, I gotta use that paper, right? Like, it kind of goes, there's like a little almost burgundy color down here, which kind of matches with the blanket. And I did do like an edit effect on this picture because it's like not super wonderful quality. I played with it a little bit in Pick-Tap-Go, and it's almost extra grainy now, but I kind of like, if it's not going to be a great photo, like, why pretend that it's going to be a great photo? Let's kind of play with that fun effect of it. But I love that photo paper so much, so, or the flower paper. Claire, hi, welcome from, she's in the UK. Janet says she was late too. Yeah, just come whenever. Like, you know, I'm not like panicked about, so the photo printer is a Canon. It's a MG 6620. I think like it's part of the photo, I don't know. It's good for doing photos. Like, are they the best ones I've ever seen? Maybe not, but do I take the very best photos you've ever seen? No, totally don't. So overall, like, there are some pictures that when I do use a better camera, it prints quite nice. Like, I have to say I'm pretty happy with it. Is it the best one in the world? Probably not. And they probably have an update since then. Okay, so this paper is just too pretty to not use. Although there's good options, right? Some of this. That ombre, super pretty too. No, I think I like with the flowers. You know, it was just like you see it and it's like, ooh, gotta use that. I do like a lot of these. Ooh, I like these dots actually. I think I'm gonna put a little bit of this dot paper with that. You see how nice that goes together? Tracy said, this is sounding familiar. I was filming a process video and I knocked over a glass of wine on my almost completed page. Arr! Oh my gosh. Yeah, I used to be like super, like I would only use like sealed containers like at my table, but you know, I get relaxed and it's only me in my space and I'm not that clumsy, right? Boy, was I wrong. Okay, so this year for me and my husband was 21 years. Can you believe that? Yeah, 21. Was that right? Better make sure I get it right. No, it's 2018, definitely 21 years for us being married, which is like 23 together. So that's crazy. How did that happen? I keep saying the same thing as my oldest son graduated last year. My youngest son graduates this year. How did that happen? So I'm going to use some of this dot paper, and I'll use some of this. And I don't know if I'll need another one. Oh gosh, I really love this yellow color of this paper. So even if I don't use all the cards from this, I can use that yellow. It's so pretty. I really love yellow. Just kind of go through and see what else I got here. Oh, I like this stuff here. So I think I'm going to cut off a piece of this and use like a strip of that and kind of layer this on here. Brielle says she's sorting her photos order into stories, getting ready to scrap them too. So she loves being here. That's perfect. And Dion says, happy 21st anniversary. Well, thank you. Yeah, it was, actually, we didn't even know if we were going to see each other on our anniversary because he had taken a trip down to Florida with some buddies. Like they flew 2 small planes down. So there's 4 of them that went together down to Florida to go to Sun and Fun Air Show down there. And while they were there, they went to a little island called Cedar Keys and got to live on a beach. I stayed back with my son and I took him out to Victoria, BC. So we were literally like all over the place. Like Florida is not a short flight from here. It is literally here up in North America going right across North America. It is so far. But yeah, he had a great flight and a great trip. So that was really fun. But he literally managed to get back the day, like the evening of our anniversary so that we could see each other. We weren't sure if that was going to work out. Weather permitting. When you fly in your small airplane, everything is weather permitting. Okay, so I've trimmed off a little piece of this. I might do 2 of them. I don't know if I'll want to or not. We'll see as we go, but I'll cut 2 right now. And I was thinking maybe of having some of that like at the bottom and at the top maybe. Kind of like that. Oh, my microphone, not microwave. My microphone is kind of in the way. I'm not sure exactly how much of this I want to put in here, but a little bit of that. And I just want to do like 21 years or something. Like, I don't know what else I'm going to say. Like, ooh, I could use, I can use that word love from here. That would be extremely appropriate. And maybe the XOXO, you know, it's such a perfect color for this paper. Okay, I'm gonna pull those out. And there's like a little wood veneer that says meant to be. And while the wood kind of feels like kind of the wrong color, I think it works. We'll see, I'll try it. Meant to be. Because we were like ridiculously young. I'm thinking of that all the time lately with my kids being the ages that they are. One is 19 and the other is 17. I literally was engaged when I was 17 and married when I was 19. So I am at the exact age that my kids are. And I'm like, oh my God, no wonder my parents were like, what? Yeah. Bonnie says, hey, just got in, welcome. I'm working with my kit and it's going really well. So yeah, I just think I'll say 21 years. And gosh, I just love this picture of him. Oh, I think I'll put it on the bottom of the photo. That's gonna look nice, like right down there with those little sparkly letters. That's gonna be good. So there's like planning pages and then there's like what I do lately, which is really like wing it. Is there a theme for the scrap along or anything? anything goes. Like, don't let me forget, last month I totally forgot to like give time for people to share projects. I realized like right after that, I'm like, hey, I never asked for people to share what they were working on, so don't let me forget that. Anything goes. I'm working on this kit, but even if you place an order with the wild hair kits, your kit would be customized to you and what you wanted. So it totally makes it so it works just for you. So 21 years. Okay. These are very thin stickers, but it's still gonna line them up on here just so I can see the spacing that I need. I guess I could have spelled it out backwards and work in. That works too. But that's okay. Yeah, but with my kids being the age that I was back then, wow. Oh, wow. It's just brought back a lot of memories. Oh, and then recently, oh my gosh, I found, well, my son actually found this video cassette, and it says Baby Joe birth video. And I'm like, oh boy, what's on that? Like, oh dear. And I said, I'll pre-screen this and have a look. I can't imagine that I let anybody film something that I wouldn't want to be viewed again, but you know, I'll just pre-screen this. So, you know, we throw it on. We actually still have a VHS player in the basement, and we put it on the TV down there, had a look, and yeah, it was totally fine. My one friend was there when he was born, and she did the filming for us. And, you know, there were strict rules, no showing any of that. So it was all very appropriate. And just watching, like, you know, the little house that we lived in, and oh, my husband, like, our dog had puppies right around the same time. So there'd be like 15 seconds of my baby son and like 3 minutes of the puppies. And like, it wasn't me filming it. It was my husband too. Like, you can't even blame it on me. But yeah, there's like almost more puppy video on his birth video than there is like him. So super funny. But man, we had a good time looking back at that. Fancy Scrapper says, my husband and I just celebrated 29 years. Of course, I was a child bride. I know. My son, like my older son, who is like, you know, very sweet. He's like, yeah, Mom, like, you're like, what, like 28 years old, 27 years old? And I'm like, yeah, right. Like, how old was it I had you? Like, apparently he told one of his friends recently that his mom was like 29 or something. And I'm like, his friend's like, what? That doesn't even make sense. Like, yeah, I think he's trying to be sweet. Comes off just a little bit strange. Okay, so I'm just gonna tap this on here, and hopefully this will pull it off. Oh, that worked good. Okay. 21 years. So I stick that right onto the photo. So that looks good. Nadine says it'll be 21 years for us in August too. 59 years, Joyce says. Woo, yay! Wow, guys, like, this is working out good for some of us. You know, and it's funny because, you know, you never know what life is going to bring and where things are going to end up, but no, I've been lucky. I've been lucky. About here, let's see. My bookkeeper was over the other day, and you know, she's had the wrong guy a couple of times in her life, and you know, she still says, you know, that's what happened, that's where we are. Joyce says, me too, but we work at it daily. Yeah, you know, and hopefully when you find the right person, it's all gonna come out well. Ooh, I like this. a little piece of that on there too. Okay, maybe another little piece of that, and this can come right here. Okay, cut that. I try to have like good stories on my layouts, but you know, sometimes I just don't really have a big story to go with stuff, right? Okay, I do have my XOXO, which I love. I want to put that on there. And I've got this love, which is also super sweet. So I think that's gonna go, yeah, that'll work, something like that. I wanted to look through and see what other little doodads I've got here. Okay, so let's look through these really quick again and see if there was anything that should be put on here. But overall, I think oh, I might do that. Okay, I think I'm gonna stick the sticker on up here on the top of the photo. It says, "Happy looks amazing on you." There, and the word love is gonna kind of fit right into the shape of that sticker, so that's pretty good. Cool. Just look really quick. I think I have hearts, some acrylic hearts. Sequins. Oh, that's stars. Maybe that's what I was thinking. That's stars. I don't have hearts. That's what I need. Apparently I should put that on my wish list or whatever. I've got like little tiny hearts. I've got all kinds of hearts. Just, I thought I had some more acrylic ones right here, so that would have been perfect on here. Overall, I think this is pretty good. I'm gonna stick this on. I don't know if I want that to go all the way across. Okay, does this, I know this is not very easy to see, but does this feel like it frames it too much if it's all the way across here? Would it be better if it's just like a little bit of it? I don't know. I like the layout of that part so far. And the rest is just the details. Fancy Scrapper says, I hit the lottery with my guy. Despite hard years and financial failure, he and I have just pulled harder together. And Sue said, 20 years in July, second marriage for both of us. My husband left Alaska to marry me. Now he probably wishes he didn't. Haha, kidding. Yeah, and yeah, I like it across the bottom, says Tracy. Cool. Well, I'm good with that. I hear like one thing, and I'm like, yeah, that's good. It's like it reiterates what I'm kind of thinking in my head, reinforces it. All right, let's put this. So stick this on here. Man, this one went together really quick, or it feels quick. Has it actually been quick? Oh no, it kind of has. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good for me. After showing off the kit and, you know, talking for a bit, that's not too bad. So do I want it at the top too? I think I do. Maybe I want it like tucked under here. Ooh, I kind of like a little bit of that in there too. And maybe not having it all the way at the top. Ooh. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna stick a little piece in there. And let's get this ready to go on here. Okay, we'll stick things down. Hopefully I'm not sticking it down too prematurely and I'll be like pulling it all back up. Because that's never happened, right? Yeah. Okay. And I think I'll stick us right in the middle. That's gonna be offset like that. I don't know, maybe I do like it at the top. Okay, let me hold this up. Okay, imagine that kind of being cut a little bit. No, I think I want it at the top. Okay, guys, changed my mind. I tried something different. I tried. And part of me is screaming, no, just do it like you said. The strip looks great, kind of like an old school negative movie clip. I like the strip too. Joyce says, I'm just a get it done person. My daughter's a perfectionist. I have to say her pages are awesome. It's funny. My mom is like, I know you really enjoyed that scrapbook stuff. You just keep enjoying it. But she wants like nothing to do with it. It's not her thing. And that's okay. She actually takes great photos. So recently, which is super funny because she's always been like, yeah, you enjoy your scrapbooking thing. Well, recently she has actually done a little bit of scrapbooking. She got some supplies for me because she was making albums for her customers. So they're not scrapbooked with stories, but she puts the photos together with like wedding shots and stuff like that for some of her customers. And I'm like, haha, you're scrapbooking. Gotta laugh about it because, you know, she's been like the staunch I don't scrapbook, that's not my thing person for so long. So I had a good laugh at that. Okay, if I was the sewing type of person right now, if if I was the sewing type of person, I would actually stitch this on here because I think that would look fabulous. I don't think you're gonna see that development of that sewing person come out here today, but if I was that person, just saying. So I'm just gonna layer that on there like that. It would look super cute though. Okay, I need adhesive to stick this down. Where would that be? This one's like looking really empty. Claire said she got her mom into scrapbooking. And Daniela says that my family started sharing pictures in WhatsApp and hope they'll end up in a mini book as a gift. It actually works. Yay, that's really cool. I know it's really hard sometimes. Like some of my husband's sister-in-laws take pictures at family events. And it's funny because as the scrapbooker, you think I'd be the first person out there with my camera. Nope, totally forget about it all the time. And then afterwards, I'm like, hey, I saw you took some pictures. Can I get some of those pictures? And thankfully, they're really good at sharing because it means that I have pictures from things where I didn't even think to take pictures. Okay. So the love is going on here. I'm going to put it at a little bit of an angle, probably because our love's a little bit wonky. There we go. And the XOXO is going to go onto here, down in this corner. And yeah, that's cute. Did I stick this down? Oh my God, I didn't stick this down, guys. I'm gluing stuff on here and I didn't stick the main piece of paper down. Oh yeah. Like, oops, I forgot a step. Okay. So the photo is on here and this is on there. And that's gonna have to be slid right underneath there. Perfect. Okay, we got it this time. Make sure that it's kind of straight-ish. As I like make it straight-ish, it slides. That's perfect. Okay, so cool. That's good. So everybody's asking, okay, Joyce asked, where is everyone from? And like, I love this thing about online scrapbooking with people. Have to say, we've got people from everywhere. So Fancy Scrapper says, I'm in Southern Georgia, just north of Tallahassee, Florida. Janet's in Ontario, Canada. Sue says she's in Elkhart, Indiana. Daniela's close to Frankfurt in Germany. See, Joyce says, my daughter and I scrapbook together quite often. I'm on Anna Maria Island, Florida. And Sonia says, I'm in Portishead, Bristol, South End, or southwest of the UK. Suzanne says she's in Linköping in Sweden. I probably butchered that. Sorry, Suzanne. Julie's in Southampton, New York. Brielle's in Seattle. Natalie's in Ontario, Canada. Nadine is in Red Deer, Alberta. That's here in Canada. She's close to me. Blue Pixie says St. Louis, Missouri. Jacqueline's in Saskatchewan, Canada. Rochelle's in Virginia Beach. Tracy's in Denton, Texas, near Dallas. My friend just moved from Denton. She lived there the other year, and she just moved from there. Marie says she's in Huntingdon, PA, and Danielle's in Jonestown, PA, and Christine is also a local. She's in Whitecourt, Alberta, like me. Marg is in Red Deer, Alberta. Marg, do you know Nadine? I'm curious now. Warren, Ohio for Carol. Dion is just outside Toronto, but at the cottage this weekend. And Danielle, Marie says, Danielle, we're practically neighbors. Nikki is outside New Orleans. Chelsea's in Eastern Iowa. Karina's in Sturfors in Sweden. Hopefully I didn't say that badly. Nicole's in Houston, Texas. Marg says she referred me to your podcast. Well, not podcast, my live events, because I don't podcast. I listen to a gazillion podcasts, and gosh, I love them. And part of me says, I would love to do a podcast. And part of me says, girl, you have no time to do a podcast. So thankfully that part is winning right now. Oh, big thing that we do have going on. So, well, not even Monday, like Monday night, it will be the first prompt that goes out. May 1st is the start of our next load event. It is the Layout a Day Challenge. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So Layout a Day, we literally scrapbook every day for a month in the month of May. And we every day there's like a prompt. So we've started doing 2-part prompts basically. Part of it is a story-based prompt, and part of it is a technique-y kind of, yeah, I guess technique-y based prompts. So sometimes it's like related to colors and stuff. Suzanne says I'm talking good Swedish. Thanks. Holly's in Lexington, Kentucky. Sonia says yes to a podcast. Yeah, part of me wishes that could happen. I seriously wish, but I want to make sure I'm doing a good job at the things that I am doing, and sometimes that gets really busy. So I don't want to renege on other things to start another project. Yeah, so I think that for me, like having all the things that I want to do, yeah, it become like a big thing. But yeah, I'm very excited about Load, because our theme for this month is all about meme. And so we've taken internet memes, like any of the fancy, funny things that you see on the internet. We've pulled inspiration from those memes and turned them into scrapbook challenges where you make your page and you can use the theme of it. You can do your own project where you don't have to, but we all share our layouts in a private Flickr gallery. And oh my goodness, it's like the funnest thing ever. We, you know, and if you're scrapbooking every day, like that's the goal, is to scrapbook every day for the month. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. Okay, guys, here's the page. Here's how it's come together. I still think, oh, maybe I can get brave and actually use my sewing machine and stitch across there. I think it would be perfect. But here we go. That turned out really good. It makes it so easy when you use like one large photo. And I know there's no words, but you know, I don't make a lot of pages like that. So I'm okay with like doing layouts like this every once in a while, because you know, sometimes you just let the photo live. So I'll put that up here. And I'm gonna call that good. Love the colors and the black. I know it really popped. I'm really happy with it. Okay, so that's done, guys. Like I'm like, woohoo, check mark. So that's super fun. Okay, we have here a bunch of people. Let's have a look. 39 people in the house. That includes me. That means we have 38 people here, and obviously from all over the world. Everybody is eligible to win the prize. So there's no restriction on where you live. It's not just open to the US. Lots of prizes are like super restricted, but if you're here, you have the opportunity to win. So 38 people. I'm going to pull up a random number generator on my phone, and today, because I have a mouse that works, I can actually see the participants, and I can scroll through the list. Unlike last time when I was stuck with a mouse that didn't have a scroll on it. Like, who has that old technology? Apparently me, because my kids steal my stuff. Like even today, when I wanted to use this mouse, it didn't work because they had stolen it again and it wasn't charged. I'm like, why do you guys do this to me? Like, oh, I love you all and all, but hey, this one needs his own house, and this one is going to go off to school in the fall. So good things ahead. Okay, so this is a random number generator. Random number generator, and our min is 1 and our max is 38, because I don't count myself. And I'll just double check and make sure. Uh-oh, it says there's 40 people. So min 39. Wow, guys, that's super good. Okay, so we've got 39, and I'm going to hit the generate button, and it scrolled and it said 33. So I have to scroll like way down. So 1, 2, 3, oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
You could just scroll up 7 from the bottom, Alice.
Oh, thanks. That's a good idea. 5, 6, 7. 7 from the bottom is Sonia. Sonia, you are the winner. Look at her. She's cheering. She's like, woohoo! So there we go. Sonia, you are our winner. Thanks for, helping me with math there. So Sonia is our winner. And I need you to email me at alice@alicebowl.com. And then that's where I can get you hooked up as your winner. I'll write that down. So that's really fun. I don't know if maybe we've had a Canadian gal win, but I don't know if we've had anybody out of the US win yet. I'm trying to think of that. I don't remember that happening. So yeah, that's exciting. Well, there we go, guys. She's going to get one of the custom kits. Like Sonia, I'll give you information. You'll fill out your own style profiles so that your kit can be customized to you. It's the big kit, which is like, they're worth like, I think $40 US. Yeah, and you'll be able to get all your good things. You get a choice of like, do you want stamps included? Do you want cardstock included. Like there's lots of different things. Are there embellishments that you super, super love? Are there embellishments or something that you never want to use? Like for me, she makes this face like, what? Who does something that they would never want? I put a few things on that list, like buttons. I'm not big on using buttons. So, you know, it's better for me to not have buttons in my stuff, and that way I'm going to get things that I enjoy using more. So that's just one thing. So I have to say, like, it's been a great relationship working with Allison with the Wild Hair kits. And like I said, I order my own kits. I pay for them myself. And I just order them every month. I try to order it right away when I finish this event so that I order my next month's kit. Once or twice, she's been super helpful. She's like, Alice, were you ordering a kit this month? I'm like, oh my God, I forgot. So it's always nice when I have helpful people reminding me of different things I wanted to do. Oh, I have like that thread. I have that, ooh, for that thing. I might have to do something with that. I'll have a look and see. Maybe after. Right now it feels done. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to start my pocket page. Now, everybody has probably, if you've been here before, uh-oh, where did I put it? It's here. Okay, so my theory on doing pocket pages and kind of trying to stay up on them is I've got two helpful things that I kind of, well, three tips that I swear by. So tip number one, I'm going to write down. These are Alice's tips for pocket scrapbooking. Print your own photos. That's like that's like my number one tip because it gives you flexibility in the sizes that you want to print. So it's not saying you have to, but it makes it easier. My number two tip is to make one page have vertical pages and your next page have large horizontal ones. So I think that is my best tips as far as doing this for pocket pages, because then you can always feature big 4x6s. You have somewhere across the two pages to put big 4x6s. And my third big tip is something called a flip flap. They're my favorite product from Close to My Heart, and I'm not a Close to My Heart consultant. I used to be for a long time, but they're just like a little pocket that you can put extra pictures and stuff into, and you stick them onto your page, and then you can just flip them up, and they're like super awesome. They work so easy, but it allows you to add more photos, hide your journaling, do all this stuff, but be able to get to it. So it's super fun. Okay, so Sonia had said she's super excited. Fancy Scrapper Alice, I think I found Freckled Fawn thanks to you, and I love their stuff. Oh, yeah, I have some of their stuff right here. It's super fun. I love the colors they tend to use for their kits and stuff. And they've just changed a bunch of stuff. I actually haven't seen some of the new things that Freckled Fawn is doing right now, but I saw they're doing something kind of big changes. Hello, this is Cheryl from Colorado, US. This is my first time with your cropping. So much fun. I'm so glad you're here, Cheryl. That's my goal, is to be able to crop together and have fun. So I'm glad that's working for you too. Joyce says, I use flip-flops on my page for May 16th. Perfect. I love flip-flops. They're super inexpensive too. Like I think a pack like this is like, you get 15 of them in there for $5, less than $5 maybe. Like I have to say they're pretty reasonable, and they come in other sizes. So they make it easy for me. So as you'll see in a moment. So I don't have a horizontal one pulled out here. So I need to do that. And of course I've stacked stuff on top of my container here. It was a flat horizontal space, and I have a way of filling those up. Okay, so I need a page that has horizontals. I have a tray. It's like a big cube thing, and it's filled with all of my pocket pages. And then I kind of label them based on what they have for the 4x6s, whether they're like horizontal or vertical 4x6s. So I think what I'll do is I'll just pull out one that has all horizontal to go with my page that has all vertical. And then if I want to do like 3x4 photos, I can still do them. And there's no big restrictions there. And it really looks like I have to order some more. I'm running low in a couple of categories there. So note to self, put it in order. Get some more page protectors. Yeah, it's funny, like I'm not doing close to my heart, and then my upline actually stopped doing close to my heart. So it's crazy. I need a new consultant. I need a new consultant in Canada. I need a new Canadian consultant. But I think that my friend Allie in Nova Scotia is a consultant, so I could probably order from her. Okay, so now I'm using the back of my page from last time, and you can see the little sequin page on here and stuff. So I use the back of that page and just continue on because that was for March, and now I am into April. Now, of course, like this one here, we're on the 28th, so we're pretty much done April. Some months I don't quite get to the very, very end of the month, but I just kind of say, that's life. Sometimes it doesn't all work out perfectly. I'd rather do the majority of the month and cover that than worry about the fact that I missed the last week or something. Nadine says, Alice, my mom is a consultant. She still lives in Whitecourt. I didn't know that your mom was still doing Close to My Heart. So I'm gonna have to get some contact from you. If you could maybe message me on Facebook, Nadine, with her number or something, so I can get her. I'll order through her for sure. Okay, so I'm gonna show what I'm gonna put into these pockets, and you're gonna see why flip-flops are one of my favorite products because I've got way too many photos to fit on 2 pages. And I could do more pages. It's actually a good idea for maybe part of this. I could maybe do like an insert page. So consideration number 1. Okay, so here's what I have. We did Easter at our house, and I have pictures, and I only printed 3 because I didn't take a ton of photos because I was busy cooking in the kitchen, but I had pictures taken of me in the kitchen with my cute little apron on, which I did wear all day. Flip-flops were my 3rd tip. Yes, they were. Sorry, I know I didn't actually write it on my thing either, but flip-flops are my 3rd tip. So those are my 3 tips for making pocket pages work. So I've got the kids hanging out, and I've got me in the kitchen with our meal. And, it was like big turkey dinner and stuff. And we have that frequently, and we host frequently. But do you think I ever managed to get pictures of that? No. So this time I'm like, I want a picture of me because I did something and I want to be able to put this in my scrapbook. Christine says there's a girl in Blue Ridge doing Close to My Heart. And what printer do I use to print my own photos, Nikki? It is a Canon. I think it's like part of the Pixma line. It's an MG6620, which probably has a newer version of that now. I think it prints quite well. I've tried the Canon photo paper, which I don't love. So I actually use Epson photo paper in my Canon printer. And I had just mentioned earlier today that I had recently spilled water on my desk with where my photos were sitting, and they turned out like they did not get all like, they weren't horrible. They were totally usable after. So that was amazing. Sorry, I would totally have them here, but I left them down in my office. I had to show my bookkeeper when she came the other day. I'm like, you would not believe this. These were sitting in water. Okay, so I have these pictures from Easter. So I've got 3 that I have printed. And honestly, Easter could easily be 1 to 2 spots on here, but I don't really want to take 3 spots just for Easter. I think that would be overdoing it. I have pictures of my husband and his friend at the go-karts. So I printed these ones smaller so that they could still fit into a vertical or be separated. And I was there. I went on go-karts too, but by then I was off and just taking their picture. One time around on the go-kart track, like these are like fast little go-karts, and my shoulders are like, I'm done. But the guys had a few more. Then I have pictures of a trip out to Victoria, BC with my son. Oh, you know what I don't have included in here is I didn't get any of the pictures of my husband's trip to Florida. I think he even sent me a picture, but I did not think to print it. But I would like to do at least one spot for his Florida trip. So I'm just gonna put that on a sticky note. I wrote Florida on it. So something somewhere needs to have some Florida. And that way his story is kind of included here too. My trip to Victoria with my son, he went to the Western Canadian Swimming Championships in Victoria, and he had one race and he did super well on it. So I was so excited. And then he made finals. So then he got to swim it again in finals. He placed 15th overall at the event. So there's pictures of us in Florida, not in Florida. My husband went to Florida. We went to Victoria and it was horrible weather the whole time, but we saw their legislature building and we went to a beach, which my son thought was wonderful. And we hung out in some trees for a little bit. So I've got pictures from the Victoria trip. And I have a picture of him at the swim meet, which I thought was good to include. Of course, he has like his shirt says, you know, Western Canadian Championships. And then I have a picture of my son at his house, right? I mentioned that earlier. And well, hopeful house. Yeah, subject to financing. And they're working on that. And then I have a picture of my other son with his package that he received from the University of Lethbridge, where he got accepted into the engineering program. So all around big excitement around here. So that was really fun. Go-karts, we'll get a day, like a spot. My son with his house will get like maybe 2 spots because I can use that other card. Easter, we'll get 1 or 2 spots. Right now I'll give it 2 just as I lay it out on here. Victoria trip. I really am tempted by the idea of putting the Victoria trip into a separate little mini insert. That would be super fun. And then if I have more pictures that I feel like I need to print from it, I could do that. So what do I have mostly from this Victoria trip? I've got some vertical. Okay, so I looked in this 12-inch miscellaneous width section, and this one is, looks like 10 inches wide, but it gives me 2 vertical spots, and then I would have the back side, which I could put my husband's Florida pictures onto. So I could use one side for our pictures from our trip to Victoria, and then I could use one side for the trip to Florida. So I'm really liking that idea, and that gives me more space here. I know that's kind of doing an extra page, but I still like the idea of it. So I'm going to put those pictures to the side and call that a separate project. But that gives me space to do the stuff for Easter and the stuff for the race cars, and kind of do a little bit of a bigger feature for my son with the house that he's trying to buy. And I should print off another picture from that. I do have a picture of him actually signing the papers at the when he put his first offer on, and you know, they went back and forth and finally found a accepted offer. So that's exciting. Okay, so Easter stuff and this, and I'm gonna want to put the word April on here. Keep looking. Every month I keep going to see what month was that I have. I have this thing that says October and it's super pretty and I want to keep using it, but it's not October yet. So hopefully I'll be checking still by October to remember which month it was. Okay, so now I'm going to take some of these papers and see what kind of fits best with what I'm doing here. And there is that cut apart sheet, so let's start with that. So it's a small piece, you can see, but that's okay. Like I'll feature it onto another card, I think. So I'm gonna cut that part out right now, so I can start planning out this whole thing. And there, so Home Sweet Home is gonna go on there by that picture. I've got some other fun little images here. I like to say cheese. It'd be fun to use a few more of the pocket cards and then just embellish with some embellishments and the other little bits here. This one says hello sweetness. Oh, it does have that beautiful yellow stuff on the back. This one has journaling. This one has we make a perfect pair. Okay, there's a couple things there that are okay, but that I'm not like, oh, must use that. Okay, so I'd like to pick like 2 or 3 papers and then create my pockets with those 2 or 3 designs so that I use them between those 2 pages. I like this. I like the music one too. Ooh. I don't know if those are too big. I sure like it. There's lots of lovely teal in here. Isn't that nice? She did really good. Like if you were putting together a kit like that, I might not specifically like look for all those designs together, but when I'm looking at this and I'm looking for a teal, this is kind of perfect. Oh, and I told you I love this stuff. So how about if I put together a page that has the pink, the teal, and the yellow like I had requested for my kit, because that will, I think, be really cool. Christine says, laundry is calling, gotta go, and have a great day, everyone. Yeah, that Sue said, that's lots of exciting news that you have. And I'm like, I agree. It's been a very exciting couple of weeks. Like, what a month so far. Okay, so I'm gonna start just cutting up some of these into some of the sizes that I need. So for this page, I need vertical slices, and this one I need like the horizontal ones. So I think what I'll do is plan to have 2 that fit with my vertical over here. And then 2, maybe I'll just take 1 that goes horizontal for now. So that's a good starting place. So now I've filled in those spaces, and I need to have at least 2 more vertical pieces. I really like the idea of using this yellow sequin paper. I just really, really like it. So I'm gonna use some of that. And look at the strip. Oh, the colored hearts on there. I can totally use that. Okay, this I can cut into, okay, if I make it 6 inches here, I can get 3 pieces. And they do have a little bit of gradient to them, so that's kind of neat, like a little bit of ombre, but it won't be so much that I can't use one sideways. Because I'm kind of watching the patterns to see kind of how they're gonna fit all together too. Okay, and I plan to use a flip flap in here, so maybe I'll have like yellow in one of my flip flaps. And then the teal. And I have a little bit more for embellishment. And I think I want to use this big, do I want to use that? Or do I want to go with something a little more simple? I think I'm going to use this one with the music and stuff. It's either that or this one. Actually, I kind of like that one more. Okay, I'm going to use this one from Pink Fresh. And I will do... And then I want to have a title that says April. What a month, says Joy. I know. And then on, on top of all the exciting things, I'm getting ready for the load challenge. If anybody's interested in the load, I've extended the coupon for the $15 off. So you can use the code funny15 and that will save you $15. And yeah, like I said, we start May 1st. Technically, the first prompt goes out 9 p.m. Pacific time the night before. And the code is funny15. You just go to scraphappy.org and you'll see the thing for the load challenge, load 518 it's called, for May of 2018. Okay, so this is good. That's gonna go behind there. And this one can come over here. I might need a little bit more for filling in stuff, but overall that's looking really good. Awesome. Let's not lose that. Yay. Fun. Okay, so I like the colors all together. So I've got a little bit of the pink on both, and I've got some of the teal on both, and I've got some of the yellow on both. And so I like the way that that's going to work out. I'm just going to tuck some of these photos and stuff into pockets. Oh, I've got this page upside down. So I'm tucking some of these into pockets. I might have to pull them out to kind of work on things still, but at least I can kind of see where things are going to go. There. Okay, and the Easter photos go here. Cool. So that's, let me see that there. You can see how I've got the colors all kind of spread out there. And the patterns are not very, they're very subtle patterns that I've kind of chose to go with so that I can add my journaling and use the, most of it can go right onto these papers from the looks of it. And I still want to include little fun things on there. I like this little say cheese. But I need to have enough room to tell the stories. That becomes the biggest battle is, fitting a month into 2 pages. Sometimes that doesn't feel like enough space, but I'm trying to hit the highlights. So that becomes the big thing. Yeah. So I have these little fun stickers that I can use, and that's going to be good. And this sequins, I love the little sequins. Those are going to need a space to go on here for sure. Oh, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this say cheese into a flip flap, a little tiny flip flap. Let's see, do I have some of those sitting here? Sure. Into a tiny flip flap, and I'll put some of the sequins in there, and then I'll have the space underneath where I can have journaling or something underneath it. So this part will flip up and just reveal some stuff underneath. And it won't be really hiding much, but it will still be kind of hiding stuff. Oh, should be good. So, at this point, as I'm starting to just put these things together, does anybody have any projects that they would like to show off or tell us about what they're working on or anything like that? I didn't want to forget to ask. And then all of a sudden I'm like, don't forget. Claire said, I'm working on a mini book, which will double as a guest book for my friend's baby shower tomorrow, just making the finishing touches. And if anybody's like on video, I'm happy to put you up on the screen and we can show it off too. Joy says, I'm cutting unmounted stamps. Yawn. Well, you know, it's like useful. It's useful stuff, Joy. So yeah, there's lots of good things going on. But yeah, if you want to come up on camera, like if you want me to put you up on the screen, just let me know and I'm very happy to do that. And I'll just work on embellishing this as we go. Oh, yay, Jacqueline. Okay, I don't know if I can hear you too, Jacqueline.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there we go.
Oh. So I am at a crop and everybody's looking at me weird because I'm talking to myself. But this is the new Kaiser Craft Misty Mountains, and I love it because it's purples and grays and blues and pinks.
That is such nice paper. Did you make that embellishment on the side? Like, did you color that?
I did. It was a craft chipboard, and I painted it with a couple layers of Prima metallic and different kinds of paint.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I could tell that, like, it, because it has dimension on that, right? Like, it's dimensional. Yeah, that's cool. I love those colors together. It's very nice. It's like very monochromatic, but you still have like little bits of color that pop. And it looks like you're holding a cake. Was it your birthday or something?
It was back in January.
Happy birthday!
Thanks.
Yay. Well, I hope you enjoy your crop. That's super fun. I'm so glad that she shared with us. And that's brave, right? That's super brave. She's at a crop in front of all the people and she's still like sharing. Let's see here. It's funny. The thing went full screen and then I can't see the stuff. Let's see. Claire says, I'll pass this time as I'm in my PJs. It's nearly 9:30 p.m. here. That's totally fine. Dion says, really nice page, Jacqueline. I love the embellishment on the side. Yay. Yeah, that was awesome. And if anybody else wants to share, it's totally cool. Like we love to see. It's it makes it really fun. Okay, good. I was just worried that I'd put my sticker on upside down because I'm going to lift this up. I put my word lovely on, but I had to make sure I put it upside down from this since it's going to flip. If I don't do that, that's really not good. Jeanette, yay, I hadn't seen you, just got here, yay, welcome. Okay, Jeanette, I totally didn't talk about this yet, but you'll notice my hair, super blonde now. It's matching yours. I know. I'm like, well, Jeanette's gonna love it because I've been going lighter and lighter over the last couple of appointments, and yeah, I think we finally reached the color that I wanted to get to, so I'm super happy. Did I talk about reunion? No, because it's technically not a ScrapHappy event. I didn't actually think of it, but I'm happy to talk about ScrapHappy if people want to hear. So ScrapHappy is, like I mentioned at the beginning, that I run the ScrapHappy membership group. I guess I can give a little bit of detail about that. ScrapHappy is a group for scrapbookers from around the world to connect with a shared passion for scrapbooking. And we have a few perks of membership for our group. And one of them is the load challenge that I had mentioned earlier. And one of them, with the load challenge, like we do the monthly scrapbooking thing. We don't do that every single month because that would be intense. But we do have a few gals that scrapbook every month. And yeah, there is so the load challenge, we do one in February, one in May, and the one that we do, those months are open to people. You don't have to be a ScrapHappy member, but you know, if you're curious, it gives you a chance to kind of learn a little bit more about our group too. So load is open right now, but we close registration like May 1st. It closes like as soon as the emails are going to go out. So technically, the night of April 30th, registration closes for the load. And then in our ScrapHappy group, another thing that we do is we host like a live in-person reunion. And it is so fun because we get a chance to hang out and meet our ScrapHappy sisters. This summer, we're going to Denver, Colorado. We have over 20 of us, I think 23 or 24 people now. We can take up to 30, but we have 23 or 24 people coming, and it's literally from around the world because I'm coming from Canada, Heather's coming down from Canada. We have girls from all over the US, and Claire, different Claire than the one that's here, I think, is coming from Australia. So yeah, it's very exciting, and yeah, it's very much looking forward to that. So that's just one of the things that we do. Okay, so I'm gonna put my sequins in here right now. So reunion, usually bring in an instructor. I haven't actually released the name of our instructor yet, so that's to be announced later. Oh, that's too many. I put in too many of these things. There we go. Okay, oh, I didn't plug that in. Okay, I gotta plug in my fuse tool. Okay, let's do that here. Okay, plug in the fuse tool, let that heat up. And then I'll be able to seal this little pocket. And it has the little bits in it, and they'll flop around when we put that. Cool. Okay, so that's some of that. Lots of sequins left over. I could make like four shakers with that. But it's perfect. Okay, so yeah, reunion. We're going to Denver, Colorado. We have a couple of days of scrapbooking. We do some class stuff. We like to go out and explore something in the community so that you don't travel to your location and not get to see anything while you're there. Sonia, Fancy Scrapper says, I'm curious what you're working on. You are on video. So curious minds want to know. Sue says, your group sounds amazing. It's open for other people. We'd love to have you join us. Like for new members, it's $149 for the first year to join. If you decide to do a load challenge first, then you get to join for like the renewal price. Like, so you actually save a little bit of money if you do the load, like if you get load on sale first, actually. Which is on sale right now. So that's kind of fun. We do get the load. Everybody in the ScrapHappy group automatically has access to all of our load challenges. And if you register for load, you have access to that load challenge for 18 months. And then ScrapHappy members have eternal access. So you can go back and look at any of the previous loads that we've done since I've been on as our ScrapHappy fearless leader, I guess. So that's, yeah. Sonia, people are asking to see what you're working on. She says she's making the mini campfire for Cubs on Monday. Want to see it? Yeah, we want to see. Can we put you up on video? I'll spotlight.
Hello.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I'm a Cub Scout leader, and we're doing something on fires on Monday, but of course we can't have a campfire inside the hut. So I saw this thing on Pinterest, like a mini campfire.
Oh my gosh.
And it's got a little, I don't know if you can see it, that little tea light inside. I think it stopped working. No, wait.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's a bit too light, but hey-oh. In the dark, it looks really good.
I believe you. That looks really good from the daylight.
Yeah. So then, or maybe, yeah, I'll hold it here. And so now I'm just cutting up 30 of each of these bits for Monday. Naked strips of paper. And circles of paper.
Oh,
That's it.
well, I think that your scout group is going to really enjoy that.
Yeah, I hope so. Or I'm leaving.
Brielle says, that is an incredible indoor campfire. So creative.
I prefer real fires, but I can't do that. So thank you to Pinterest. It's all Pinterest, not my idea. Pinterest.
Suzanne says, wow, that's so cute and fun. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you shared. That's super fun.
No problem. Thanks for keeping me company.
Oh, for sure. Thanks, Sonia. There we go. So, oh, Brielle says, no Pinterest fail there. Okay. Oh, no, that needs a few more minutes. Yeah. So yeah, talking about like the ScrapHappy group, I just saw like a comment on here. It says, ScrapHappy is so fun. Yes, Brielle. I agree. So I've had the chance, like, I don't know every person that's here, but I've had a chance to meet several of our gals because of our reunions. Like I did not start the ScrapHappy membership group. I started as a ScrapHappy member, and I became our fearless leader just a couple of years ago. And I have to say, it's like one of the best things that I did. I found that it was getting hard to connect with people in person to do scrapbooking things. And it's hard to find people that have that shared passion and feel like you actually know people. But because we do, like in addition to the load challenges and stuff like, and our reunion that we do, we have live events that we host a couple times a month. So we have a happy hour where we hang out. Sometimes we have a guest come on. Sometimes it's just us hanging out and chatting. It just depends on the month. We also have a movie night where we watch a scrappy video together and then we talk about it. Yeah, so there's just a few different things. We try to have challenges that are happening every month. There's birthday greetings in our group so that, you know, we can kind of get to know each other and connect a little bit more. So those are just some of the things that we do. And, you know, for me, it's been a great way to stay in touch with other people that, you know, are kind of as passionate about scrapbooking as I am. And that can be hard to find when, you know, if you're just looking in your local community and if you don't know the people. So that's, you know, just my little plug for ScrapHappy. If you're interested, we're at scraphappy.org. And honestly, right now, I would suggest using the Funny 15 code to sign up for the load challenge, doing that load for a month, and then at the end, like considering to join the whole group. That's probably what I would recommend because it gives you that extra bonus month of just trying things out before you join officially, or just hop right in, join the group. And I think Funny 15 probably, I don't know if it works. I can set it up so it works. Why don't I'll just do that. I'll fix the Funny 15 code. If you decide to join the group as a new member, use Funny 15 and you'll save 15% off a new membership. I'll set it up at the end of this session. So there we go. So if you want to, like, if you think, hey, it's fun, it is. You can see the people that are here. Yeah. So that's kind of fun. Okay, so let's see where the page is at. This is gonna go in there. I think I'll hide journaling underneath there because I think that would be kind of fun. I don't do the journaling right here in front of people because that's super boring, watching me journal. So I'm gonna stick this on here right now. So how easy is it to use a flip flap? I've put my stuff in here. Oh, I'm not gonna stick it on yet. I'm going to close it and seal it with my thing. Okay, so let's do the fuse. So you guys saw me plug this in. It's been at least 10 minutes. Sue says, thank you, Alice, for sharing all the information. You have a wonderful, cheery personality. Well, thank you. That's what you see is what you get. So yeah, it's what we try to do is make sure that we're, you know, connecting over our fun shared passion for scrapping. Okay, so I'm putting the fuse thing on here. It should be hot. I'm gonna just run this across here. Yep, it's hot. It worked. Okay, and I'm just gonna unplug it right now before I forget to do that. So that's, the pocket is sealed. I've got my sequins in there and I've got it sealed. And now I'm going to pull this little piece off, pull off the backing and attach this kind of over the center of this yellow part, because that's where I'm going to put my journaling, and it'll hide underneath that. But it looks kind of cute because it's on top of the yellow, and then you'll flip it up and the journaling will be underneath there. And I decorated the inside just a little bit with the little stickers. I could have done more journaling, I guess, but I would have had to do that right now. So it was easier just to put a little bit of embellishment on there. Sonia says, try the load, ladies. It's such an amazing experience. It's such a such a fabulously kind and friendly group of people, and you'll get so much scrapping done you won't even believe it. Yeah, I couldn't believe for our last load challenge. So we always have part of load is there's like a finisher's prize, and it's always just a little something, right? It's like just recognition that you got it done. So it's not a big thing, but it's a thing that I actually send out in the mail. This last time, oh, do I have it sitting right here? I do, because, you know, I haven't cleaned up anything. So this last time it was, our theme was adventure. We used those children's books that choose your own adventure books. So we had choose your own scrapbook adventure. That was like our theme for the month. And so everybody received a little cutout of the word adventure with a little globe. So that was our little finisher's prize. And then of course we had prizes throughout the month, and there was grand prizes and stuff. So that was kind of fun. But yeah, like finisher's prize, which you sign up for at the end. And if you've done every day of scrapbooking, we had 44, I think, something like that. 44 people, I think, that had actually finished the whole challenge. So I was really impressed. Suzanne says, sounds lovely. I'm the only one scrapping in my town. Thank heavens for the internet. I know. And Sue says, I need to figure out how to load the daily photos. That's the only reason why I didn't join last time. Maybe one of my sons can help. So I find the easiest way for me is with my iPhone. I put the Flickr app on my phone, and honestly, from Flickr, it is like 2 steps and then it was doable. And now they've actually updated the Flickr app about a year ago, and you can go right into the groups. You can comment on the group stuff through the Flickr app. So that made it a lot better, because before you couldn't comment on the thread. So yeah, and it's a free app. So Sue says it's the app that I need. Yeah, and it makes it easy. So if you know how to get to your photos on your phone, and you can use any of the other apps on your phone, then Flickr is super good. Like, it's designed for people to use. It's not one of those techie things. Dion says, that's how I got started with a February load, and then I joined the group. So much fun, and the ladies are friendly and welcoming. Yay. I love hearing that. I know it from my own experience in it, but now that I'm like, have that, like, okay, I'm promoting the group, but it's something I'm doing, and I have a hard time with that personally, because it just, like, it feels self-serving, but it's not. It's all about our group. So okay, now you guys know about my insecurities. These things are real. But yeah, that's a super fun thing. The Flickr app makes it super easy. And because I'm taking the picture, like when I take the pictures of the layouts, I'm literally like this, and I take a picture of the layout just like this on my phone. I line the sides up with the side of my thing, take the picture, and that's what I upload to the Flickr gallery. So to make it as easy as possible. And sometimes people are like, well, I don't want to share certain things on the internet. Take your sticky note, cover up your thing, or, you know, just a piece of paper. It doesn't have to be sticky note. Like, just cover up anything that you didn't want to share, any details that you don't want to make public, and that's totally fine. We have lots of digicals that participate as well, and that's been really fun because you can do it when you're digital scrapbooking, you can do it when you're pocket scrapbooking, you can do it when you're doing your traditional scrapbooking. Yeah. Braille says, and you don't have to worry about a professional photo. Snap it and go. yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah. Jeanette says, don't forget to select the square photo selection. It makes taking a photo of the 12 by 12 layout so easy. It's funny because I don't actually use the square one. I probably should. I tend to do just the regular one and then crop it to a square one just in the thing. It's like one extra step. I don't know why I'm doing it that way. Doesn't make sense. Okay, this needs a flip flap here. I really should be a close to my art consultant as much as I love these still, but I reached a point where I was like, I was done doing that. Yeah. I think this picture is better. So I'll put this one in the front. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It was so fun. Easter was great. We actually did my family here at our house, and we hadn't done that for a while, where we'd host an event with my family. Often we have my husband's family over, and he has a nice big family, and there's lots of little kids running around, and oh my gosh, it's so fun. I have lots of little nieces and nephews on his side. My side, not so much. It's just me and my two brothers, so they each have like one little kid, and there's one older kid too, like mine, so things are pretty quiet. Sue says, thank you for all the help, ladies, and much appreciated. Oh yeah, like just like the tips with like the photos and stuff. Yeah, it's so good. And honestly, like that's one of the things that during load, it's so encouraging because you load up your picture to the gallery and then people go in and they leave like such nice comments on your layouts. Like they'll be like, I love your paper, I love their story, I love, you know, different things. Flickr, it's Flickr. There's no E in Flickr. It's like, they were, to be their own thing, their spelling was bad. So no, it's okay. It's all good, but it sounds just like Flickr, but they spell it weird. So, yeah, it's super easy. We actually set up a private group that we do. It's public in the beginning so that people can get in, and then on the first day we close it so that, you know, we don't have other people in there. I still always recommend if there's something that you wouldn't want to share publicly on the internet, this is still the internet. Don't put it on there if you're not comfortable in sharing something, but that it is just for our scrapbookers, but you know, it's still the internet. I'm always reminding my kids, if you wouldn't want it on the front cover of the newspaper, don't put it on the internet. And they're like, okay, Mom, I got it. Okay, so here's one of my pages. It's not all decorated up yet, but I kind of add the decorations as I add the words and stuff too. So I've got my photo of my son. He's in the back seat of the car, and I've got the whole story, you know, like I picked up the package from the post office and can barely wait to go and take the package to him when I was picking up from school as he opened it. And I actually filmed a little video of him reading the acceptance, so that's super fun. And then I've got this picture of me with my one brother and my mom, and here's actually my other brother and my husband. And then that's at Easter, and then here's our little nieces and nephews that ended up coming over and staying the next day at our house. So I've got the colors. I like the color scheme. And I think it's going to go really nice, like kind of with the Easter part of side of things. I don't know if I'll have much that I add for Easter. Okay, so I haven't really worked on this one so much, but definitely going to use some flip flaps. Oh, this is like just perfect. Look at that little home one. I think I'm just going to stick that on just the way it is. It has like a little bit of teal on here too, so it kind of matches perfectly. That's the thing about the curated kits. Like every month when I get them, they're like a surprise, but they're also my thing. So I've been very, very excited about that. Although I'm never shy about like shopping for myself too. Dion says, thanks, Alice and ladies. Time to go sort out what's for dinner. Have a great rest of your weekend. Yeah, I don't even know what we're gonna have for dinner today. My husband said, didn't you go grocery shopping the other day? How come there's no food in the house? Like, well, I went to the one grocery store that I really only pick up like a handful of things and then I left. So we were good for that day. We had dinner that day. He's like, oh. But was what it was. Okay. Oh yeah, I was gonna put this on there. Okay. Gonna slide this one right into the pocket. And this is gonna go on another flip flap. Yeah, I know, I love them. Okay. I'm not gonna cut these apart. I'm just gonna pop them right in as is. And this one can go up in here. Good. And there, I was kind of trying to get this to a point where I could hold it up and say, look, I got this done. Sue says, I learned about flip flaps today. You're just like, great. Bye, Sonia. Yeah, flip flaps, they're from close to my heart. Like you can get different flaps that are kind of like that from a couple places now, but I haven't used all the other ones, so I can't speak to how wonderful they are. They're probably wonderful too, but you know, I've used these ones and can attest that they stay in the books really well. Okay. This is good. And so there, I don't want to add all these in because I'm gonna have to pull them all out. Okay, so here's my one page that is like a little bit-ish done. There we go. I'd hold it up more, but everything would fall off. Underneath this flap, I put some of that yellow paper with the sequin style, and then I didn't even bother cutting these pictures apart. There's like 2 pictures of my husband at the go-karts, so that will go there. And then on the opposite page, I've got this stuff. So we've got like my flap where my journaling can hide underneath, and some more stuff with Easter. I don't know if I'll print more photos from that or if I'll just call that good. I think I printed these ones because they were like the highlights, right? So I think that'll be fine. I've got that other page that I'm going to work on for the Victoria trip and the Florida trip. I've got to get the pictures off of my husband for his trip, but well, he sent them to me on my phone, so I probably have them already. And he and his friends, they were being super goofy, and it was so funny. He sent me pictures of him. I'll see if I can find it because I would love to share this actually. He sent me pictures of them on the beach, and he had suggested that they do yoga poses. Now, if you know these guys, you'll know they are not yoga pose people. They are not yoga pose people, not at all. But that's what he did, and now I have the lovely pictures as proof of No, I don't have the yoga pose. I have this one here though. Okay. So it says here, welcome to Cedar Key, Florida. He sent me this picture of him in the behind the mermaid sign. And I said, honey, I love that you sent me this. Do you know how many beautiful mermaid embellishments and decorations there are in scrapbooking right now? Now I can use them all. So he did that one. And then they did all these yoga poses on the beach and stuff. Like, they were cracking me up. So they had a very good trip. I was really glad to see that. Okay, so that's that. And there's this. I'll see if I just add a little bit of that up here. Oh, I might add some of that. We'll have a look. So here's the layout, the 12 by 12. Oh, Jeanette hadn't seen it. I see her face now. Aw. So yeah, that was good. What a day. This has been so fun. So thank you everyone for joining me for today. I have had the best time. You put a big smile on my face. I'm going to go and make sure that that code, the Funny 15 code, works for the ScrapHappy group or for the load. So you can choose either one if you're interested in joining us. We're going to have a whole month of scrapbooking. Every day we're sharing our layouts. And honestly, let me tell you a quick little story. When I signed up for my first load, that was before I joined the ScrapHappy family, I took a load challenge and I said, I don't know if I can scrapbook every day for a month. Like, that's a lot. And I signed up, but then I was like, even if I only do like, 5 or 6 or 7 layouts, like that'll be more than most months. Like, let's be real. How much I think I can get done versus how much I actually get done they're not always the same thing. So I signed up, and that first month I did the whole challenge. Now, since then I've done several more, and sometimes I am super successful and sometimes I don't quite hit the mark. I've had ones where I've done as little as 5 pages, and I've had ones where I've done every single day. This last one in February, I think out of the 28 days, I did 26. So I was pretty happy with that. Like, it was so close to the finish line to get it all done, but I still did. I look at it and like, to do 26 pages, you know what that looks like? It's a stack of pages that I got done. So that was super fun. Jane says these Saturday lives are always fun. Thanks, Alice. Yeah, for sure. Danielle says, I'm sorry when you were all sharing, I was talking to my father-in-law, but I did have 2 pages half done to share if you'd like. I'd love to see it. We still have time. Let's put it up. Spotlight. Okay, can you take yourself off of, there you go.
Yeah, I was trying to turn it on. Very bad angle. Anyways, I did this. Trying to see what you guys can see.
Oh my gosh, look at that hair.
And it's gonna have a second page, but it's not done.
Wow. That's so cool. I love the papers that you chose. And you were using pink and teal and yellow.
Yes, I was.
That's so funny.
Yes, I was.
Someone had asked if we had a theme for today. We had an accidental theme.
I had bought the Chasing Dreams bundle at HSN.
Yeah.
It's on like clearance for like $20 or something. And so I finally am breaking into the paper pad because I'm not hoarding anything. I'm trying to use everything. Because if I hoard it, like a year from now, I might not like it.
Sonia says, lovely pages, Danielle.
Yeah, this is actually these are actually the second time that I donated my hair. I donated one time before, and I only did 14 inches. So this was 17.
Wow.
And I actually donate to Pantene Beautiful Lengths because they give out free wigs to cancer patients.
Wow.
Whereas Locks of Love actually charges.
Yeah.
And my feelings are, if you're going through that, you don't need one more thing to pay for.
Well, my heart is very touched by that because that is a path that I've personally walked down. So I am very touched by this.
You're welcome. I just do it every couple of years. I do have my pages for my other one. Just hold on one second.
Cool.
So this was the first time I did it.
Oh, wow. I literally cannot grow my hair that long. My hair does not grow that long.
And then this was the after.
Wow. And so it must feel like so light and airy after that.
Oh my goodness, yes. I could not stop touching my hair because it had been so long for so long. And it was like I had reached the point where I didn't want to cut it at all because I wanted as much length as I could get. So there was zero style.
Yeah.
So it was literally just all to my waist, and there was absolutely no style to it. So
but you were able to donate 17 inches of hair. Like, that's crazy. That's so much.
I probably won't do 17 inches this time. I'll probably do closer to like 8 to 10. But I did that. The first time I did it was the fall of 13, and I just did the fall of 17.
So was that like growing the full time in between those two?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Sonia just asked how long it took to grow it that long.
A couple of years. I would get like a trim here and there.
Yeah.
But not a lot of, I didn't get a lot of it cut off because I wanted as much length as I could get.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that when they lose their hair and it's really long, and I mean, that's literally a part of your identity. So I try to give as much as I can, but I'm not going to go that long this time.
I'd actually, right before I went through my cancer, I had like the longest hair I'd ever had at that time. And I knew, like they had said, like for sure that my hair was all going to come out with the chemo. So they, before it started falling out, I actually cut it quite short so that I wasn't going to lose that super long hair that that I was like totally in love with. I cut it shorter, and then when it started actually falling out, like I had my husband and my kids help buzz my hair off, but you know, it was already coming out then, so there was no two ways about that. But I think that's really sweet that you're doing that, so thank you. And thanks for sharing your layouts, because that's like super fun, and I'm glad that you're documenting that part of your journey.
Yeah, it was fun, and I swore when I did it that when I cut it off in the fall, I said I wasn't doing it again. But now, as we're getting closer and closer to summer, and I'm thinking about the haircuts and stuff, and I'm going, no, I think I am going to do it again. Maybe third time's a charm, and then we'll call it done. We'll see. I did turn 35 this year, so I am probably going to have to start dyeing my hair the next time that I cut it.
Nah, it's going to stay nice and lovely forever for you.
No, it's not. This week I pulled out 2 gray hairs, but I won't pull out anymore because I don't want to be bald.
Well, thanks so much for sharing.
You're welcome.
Okay, guys, I think that will be the end of our day. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to those that were able to share their projects and stuff today. Like we had Jacqueline and now Danielle and Sonia as well. So we got to see some other stuff that people were working on. So that was super good. I will finish these up, take pictures and share them. I share the video up to my YouTube. Sometimes I get them up on YouTube before I can get them onto my blog, but so that's a good place to look for the preview before it's up on my blog. yeah, and if you're interested in that load, I'll be sending out an email here tonight with the code, that funny 15 code that you can use for the load, because we start in just a couple days. And the memes topic, oh my gosh, so funny. And I have to say, like, you know, your pages don't end up necessarily being funny. They just inspire certain kinds of stories to tell. And that's been so fun. Like the place that you go with it. And of course, like you don't have to use the prompts. And now the prompts all have like the technique-y part. So sometimes you choose to go that way. And oh my gosh, it's just been the best. So consider load. Let's do some more scrapbooking together. Like I love that part of it. And I will talk to you all soon. Okay, bye. Oh my gosh. I just have to read this comment. It's so nice. Fun Levin, she says, thank you, Danielle. My mom loved having a wig from them for free. I've done the donations 3 times and thinking about donating again. Summer sure gets hot here in San Luis Valley. Oh, bye. It's been so fun. Thank you. Bye. Oh, yay. Sonia says, this was great. Thanks, Alice. Hope to see you all in the Load Flickr group. Yeah, awesome. Okay, talk to you later, guys. Bye.